That's like one video that's kind of really either surprised you or kind of has stood out to you that you've either enjoyed or was a bit of history that you were like, man, I didn't expect that going in, but coming out, it kind of just really stood out to you. And you've done a fair amount of videos.
So many.
Oh, man. One video that has surprised me as far as the reaction that it has got, and I can't remember what episode number it is. Can't even remember the name of the episode. Isn't that terrible? But anyway, it's there's a Civil War the title has something to do with a Civil War mansion that's down in New Madrid, Missouri. And funny story, my aunt used to be the superintendent of the site, so I was familiar with it. I went there whenever I was a kid.
Sure.
And I went down there, did a video, and I thought, it's not anything. It's kind of war related, but it's not a battle or anything like that. It's basically just an old house tour. Is kind of what it was, and it's cool, and it's interesting. You get some stories in there about this family, and holy cow, that video has ended up being like one of my most watched videos on the whole channel, and that
how
really
interesting.
It shocked me, more than any of my Normandy videos or Gettysburg videos or anything like that, which you kind of expect. So anyway, I was happy about that because it's definitely a lesser known place. So that one was really surprising. Probably the one just in recent memory that has kind of shocked and surprised me the most personally. At the time that we're talking, it hasn't come out yet. It'll probably be out in the next few weeks. I went to a place in St. Joseph called the Glore Psychiatric Museum, and it's a museum that is on the grounds of a place that was called the Missouri State Lunatic Asylum No. 2.
Wow.
And it's been converted over into this museum that talks about like the history of mental health and the treatment of mental health. And it is fascinating. It is horrifying. It's just like the way that people were treated.
How interesting. That sounds super interesting.
It sounds like something that stays with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just every time it's going to be a pretty long video because I can't cut anything out of it because the whole thing was just so fascinating to me, and I learned so much. So yeah, in recent memory, that's one that probably stands out the most, and that's going to be definitely outside my normal normal serving of videos that I do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There might be a dozen people that watch it, and but I thought it was really interesting.
I'll watch it.
No, trust me, JD. I totally get the you're not sure if this different kind of video is going to work, right? Because we're trying the whole hiking and history thing, and that video hasn't taken off too well. But we're still ironing those bugs out. So
here's the deal.
I totally get it.
You never know. You never know.
You don't.
I have given up. Like I said, I've been doing this for 3 years now. I don't know. As far as the history traveler videos, I think I'm up to like 217. I've done 217 of those, and I've got the American Artifact series, and I've done 25 or 30 of those. I cannot predict what is going to get traction and what's going to gain attention and what's not. I've given up trying. So what I do is I'm like, hey, this interests me, and if it interests you too, then that's cool. And I've had some videos that I'll put out, and they'll lay dormant for a year, and then all of a sudden, they'll just take off. It's the weirdest thing ever. I wish I understood it, but I don't.
I tell Scott the same thing. Like, we have to do things that we're excited to do.
Yeah.
That we're interested in doing, because if someone likes it or not, who knows? But we have to feel like this is something that's important, and we're motivated to do it. Yeah. Because that'll come across, even in making the video, it comes across. But
yeah, and part of it, I mean, it's just like what you said. You do the things that you're interested in. Like, our kids are getting old enough now that they can go on longer hikes, and so I grew up, camping and playing out in the woods in California and this, that, and the other, and so we're finally able to kind of do that a little bit more. So I was like, how can we work that in? I was like, you know what? Most hikes are kind of in historical areas, and they have some interesting backgrounds. We could probably work that in. So we're going to give it a shot.
I thought it was a cool video. I enjoyed it. The hiking through history.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I enjoy y'all's work.
Yeah, like you said, and you never know what's going to spark something else. Like, I don't know for sure, but I assume when you went to that museum, they're probably like, hey, why don't we do some artifacts and talk about an artifact? Like, it probably sparked other stuff after you went somewhere, So you never know what's going to lead to something else.
Yeah, and really, that's great. That's the beauty of having the YouTube platform is you can go and show that kind of stuff, and you can go and see that. Like, I'm more of a consumer than I am a producer on YouTube.
Yeah.
And 15 years ago, if would have went to National Geographic or History Channel or something like that and say, hey, I have a concept for a show. I'm going to carry a camera around, pointed at myself like a moron, and I'm going to go to history sites. They're like, no, we're going to pass. But now that we have this platform and have kind of like democratized, this, access to information and things like that, man, there's all kinds of things to show and to learn. I love it.
Yeah. Well, we really appreciated having you on the History Buzz, JD. And to those listening, thank you to listening to the History Buzz. If you are interested in being a guest on the History Buzz, you can reach out to us at thehistorybuzz.com. That is thehistorybuzz.com. And please don't forget to leave us a review anywhere you can. And until next time, my friends, before we'll empty our glasses or whatever you have, salute. And we'll talk to you guys next time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.